Shocking moments from the set of Eşref Rüya. Hazal Kaya left everyone breathless. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Turkish Series Stars. Before we get into all the juicy details, make sure you subscribe and support the channel, dear friends. Now, let's talk about the scene everyone has been buzzing about from the newest episode of the Kanal D phenomenon Eşref Rüya. What we're about to share isn't just another behind-the-scenes story. It's a gripping account of commitment, risk, and an acting masterclass that turned a set into a legend. The spotlight today is on Hazal Kaya, who chose courage over comfort and turned an already tense episode into a cultural moment. From the minute the episode aired, social media ignited. The action sequence at the heart of the story climbed instantly into trending lists, not simply because it was explosive, but because Hazal filmed it without a stunt double. That choice changed the tone of the day on set. Everyone could feel the stakes rise. The scene wasn't treated as a mere action beat, it became the backbone of the episode's emotional arc, a turning point that demanded precision and heart in equal measure. And Hazal delivered both. In Eşref Rüya's latest episode, her character is thrust into a kidnapping, the tempo of the series suddenly accelerating into a sprint. A stunt performer was present for emergencies, yet Hazal made a clear, unwavering choice: she would take it on herself. It was not bravado. It was the quiet assurance of a professional who understands the value of truth in performance. The team huddled with the director, discussed every move, and tightened safety measures. That solidarity gave the scene its fierce polish. The cameras rolled, breath held across the room, and it worked. No chaos, no rattled nerves on playback. Just a raw, controlled electricity. Of course, the day wasn't painless. Hazal ended with a few bruises and minor knocks, marks of a hard day's work, nothing more. What stunned the crew was her poise in keeping the character's emotional temperature precise throughout, the terror that squeezes breath, the confusion that destabilizes body and mind, the grit that refuses to let the spirit fold. She carried these layers through every fall, every lunge, every frantic glance. This exactness made the sequence feel painfully real, and the audience felt it, too. If you've followed Hazal's career, you know discipline is her quiet engine. She sheds whatever is extraneous and decides what matters for the character's truth, then she drills it. For this, she worked angles, pacing, and transitions repeatedly so she could trap the camera in the character's inner storm while keeping the physical geography clean. Action without soul is noise, action with heart is narrative. That was the guiding principle from the first rehearsal. The biggest test in a scene like this is the tightrope walk between speed and sincerity. Movements had to stay fast and precise while the character's emotional clarity never blurred. Hazal fused athletic focus with dramatic thinking, letting us glimpse the character's mental collapse and fight for survival in a split second. One moment, panic floods the eyes. The next, resolve stitches the posture back together. That dance is where the scene took flight. Another pulse in the sequence came from Kagate Ulusoy. His presence in the parallel strands of the episode shaped a rhythm that supported Hazal's intensity. Their synergy is well known by fans, but here it matured into something deeper: trust. When one actor steps out without a double, the entire team leans in to meet the challenge, and that closeness was palpable. Crew members shifted with the choreography, camera operators tightened their lines like violin strings, and the energy on set synced with the heartbeat of the scene. Technical choices were tuned for both immediacy and safety. Stunt coordinators set points of contact and escape routes. The director carved out special camera positions to establish a sense of threat without losing intimacy. The falls had a grim weight, but the framing kept the attention on Hazal's expression. Fear widening the eyes, determination clenched at the jaw, breath measuring survival moment by moment. These choices made the scene feel not just exciting but personal. What makes Hazal's decision so resonant is not that she wanted to be a hero, but that she wanted to inhabit the character's most fragile and ferocious moments herself. People in the industry know this about her: she invests emotionally, then she underlines that investment with craft. This time, the merging of action and feeling granted the scene a rare distinction. Performers talk often about risk. This was risk married to intention. It elevated her standing in public opinion and further cemented the respect she receives from colleagues. Even so, the buzz after the episode exceeded expectations. X lit up with thousands of posts within minutes. Edits, loops, and slow-motion breakdowns spread like wildfire. The tag Hazal Kaya without a stunt double stayed lodged at the top of trending topics for hours, and for good reason. People weren't simply impressed by the physicality, they were moved by the emotion threaded through it. Comments poured in as viewers watched and re-watched scenes, searching for the tiny details that make a performance feel alive. Here are just a few of the sentiments that echoed across feeds. Viewers marveled at how she didn't blink from the danger of the choreography while protecting the heart of the scene. They called it a definition of professionalism, a lesson delivered right before our eyes. They said she keeps scaling the bar she sets for herself, and that this was one of those scenes you think about hours after you switch off the TV. When the public writes that a sequence feels like a masterclass, that's not hype. That's respect earned. Behind the lens, the day was a challenge from first block to final cut. Timing mattered. Cues mattered. The weight of each prop and the slight give of each surface mattered. Because Hazal chose to do it for real, the chaotic movement had to be meticulously composed. That's the paradox of good action. The mess you witness is carefully arranged. Close-ups became the secret language of the sequence. You could see trembling breath, a flash of doubt, a split-second decision. The audience doesn't need to be told what the character feels, the frame tells it all. For younger actors, this kind of day on set is a lighthouse. It signals that courage is not recklessness, it's preparation meeting purpose. The set, in a way, became a lab for performance. Observers noted how collaborators quietly took lessons from the way Hazal tethered physical beats to emotional ones, how she respected the safety rules without ever losing the character's thread. The conversations this sparked didn't end when the cameras stopped, they moved into dressing room corridors and late-night messages. Word travels fast in this business. The impact on ratings was immediate. The episode lifted numbers across the board, not only among Canal D's regular audience but also across streaming recaps and entertainment pages. Headlines appeared dubbing the moment an acting lesson wrapped in an action scene. Analysts highlighted something every fan could feel. It wasn't just the spectacle that worked, but the empathy. Her performance became both the gasoline and the spark. Industry professionals chimed in as well. Some admired the emotional balance, some praised the clarity of the choreography under pressure. Many pointed out the rare alignment between a performer willing to take a risk and a crew capable of catching that leap with precision. There's already talk that Hazal will continue to take on sequences where drama and danger intermingle, and that prospect has the audience on alert for every next episode. At the heart of all of this are three words audiences kept repeating: courage, professionalism, inspiration. The partnership between Hazal, Kagate, and the team turned a demanding day into an indelible memory. This is proof that a hit show isn't just its script or its budget. It's the dedication and the instincts of its leads, the unseen work of a crew that refuses to settle, and the chemistry that can't be faked. Eşref Rüya may be known for its story, but nights like this show why people fall in love with actors. So, what did the cameras catch behind the curtain? The grit of rehearsals, the calm of checklists, the spike of adrenaline when the first take goes live. A stunt coordinator's hand hovering just out of frame, a focus puller's breath syncing with a sprint, a director's quiet nod when truth lands on a close-up. It's not glamorous, and that's precisely why it's beautiful. Hazal's commitment to facing the moment herself turned those small moving parts into one astonishing whole. This wasn't just a thrill ride. It was a study in what it means to honor a character. Every scrape was earned, every beat aligned with purpose. The choices made that day. By the actor, by her co-star, by a crew that knew what they were building, gave us more than entertainment. They offered a reminder of why these stories matter. We watch to feel something real. And for a few minutes in that episode, the line between fiction and feeling disappeared. Now tell us what you think. Did the sequence hit you the way it hit us? Do you think Hazal should keep taking on these high-stakes moments? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed this deep dive, and don't forget to subscribe to Turkish series stars. Turn on notifications so you never miss our next look behind the scenes. If you crave more exclusive photos, whispers from the set, and thoughtful analysis of each new twist in Eşref Rüya, you're in the right place. Every week brings fresh surprises, and we'll be here capturing them all for you. Here's to the craft, the courage, and the team that made this episode unforgettable. And here's to Hazal Kaya and Kagate Yulasoy, reminding us why we watch in the first place. Happy New Year!